Shalom to the elect, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Al Shai, Bishop and Kukadosh, and give a double honor to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the elect. Shem Al Mappa is a Mappa from the Great Millstone Plaintables Camp. Come with some more news. Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatle resigns or quits. U.S. Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatle has resigned one day after contentious sessions with the White House lawmakers, it's the Senate, over security failures that facilitated the assassination attempt on Donald Trump on July the 13th, which NBC and ABC News report. And I was hearing about this in the alternative media about a team led by women, basically, for the security. But you go to find the head, the director. A job was basically on the line and outs. That was just too. That was ridiculous. That was pretty horrible. All right, dude, former president getting shot basically in the ear, under the guard of the Secret Service, which job supposed to be to protect, right? Her resignation comes after bipartisan grilling on Monday with numerous Republicans and at least one Democrat lawmaker demanding that she resign, as her agency fell short of its zero-fail mission. Like I said, he was touched. He wasn't killed, but he was touched. Alright, so that she testified that the roof 150 yards from the podium was outside of the perimeter. That's ridiculous. Cheatle's testimony came after a Sunday and night announcement, from Homeland Security, Alexandro Mayorkas, that the DOJ was forming an independent review panel charged with examining the attempt assassination of Donald Trump. All right. So you have, of course, Mayorkas and Biden are grateful to Cheatle for her decades of public service, which was a great aside that the whole almost getting Trump killed thing. So they released a statement about her basically quitting. He said, we also learned yesterday the Secret Service has no recording of radio communication from the 13th.
I would have to get back to you.
That is a no. You're full of shit today. You're just being completely dishonest.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman,
I want to.
Come on.
We have to maintain decorum in this committee, no matter
have you
how
provided
upset we
any
get.
and all memos to this committee that we've asked you on July 15th? Have you provided all memorandums within the Secret Service?
I would have to get back to you on
that. That is a no. You are being dishonest or lying. You're being dishonest here with this committee. These are important questions that the American people want answers to, and you're just dodging and talking around it in generalities. And we had to subpoena you to be here, and you won't even answer the questions. We have asked you repeatedly to answer our questions. This isn't hard. These are not hard questions.
Yeah, so you see what it is, man. Here's another one.
Does the Secret Service routinely record communications between and amongst detail?
Radio communications?
Any communication.
Email communications are captured, as well as text messages, and then depending on the detail, radio communications are recorded.
Does the Secret Service have recorded communications from the July 13th event?
We do not have radio communications from that day.
At the end of January 2021, USSS deleted text of 2 dozen agent officials related to January 6th. They never been recovered. That's for that other thing event. She also admitted to using encrypted apps on her personal phone to conduct official business.
Representative Bogert asked earlier about using encrypted apps. That you said you've not used, I guess, Signal. Have you used any encrypted app to communicate from your personal device?
I do on occasion use encrypted apps to communicate.
So you use some form of an encrypted app to communicate with people within the federal government, with local law enforcement? Whom are you communicating using encrypted apps?
Many times it's with colleagues and associates.
So you're communicating with colleagues on a personal device?
There are times that the Secret Service, when we work internationally with some of our partners, that they don't have the same texting capability.
And you're not able to do that with your government issued device?
Recently, we have been able to install some of those apps on government devices.
Okay. Let's talk about some of the things.
Yeah, so, encryption. Things are hidden, covert. You gotta obviously de-encrypt stuff. Covert into a cipher or codes, especially to prevent unauthorized access. So it's hiding, coverting information. So you see being Esau, Edom, the rulers, which are the Edomites, being revealed daily. And it's beautiful to see, because many people trust in these different officials of government, and going to find out and they pretty much do a lot of things that are probably as crooked as regular people, if not worse. But let me try to get this other scripture and just leave it at a couple scripture, and that's it. Scriptures. Secret. It's Luke 8:17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. You'll know it's all gonna come out. So be careful what you're doing out there. Okay. Cryptos, the Greek. Kryptos, for secret, which goes into hidden or concealed and private. A lot of people that work for the government do use the benefit of having devices that they can do different things, but you have to understand that that stuff is monitored by somebody, and they can know about what you do. So of course, getting something encrypted on a device of her own, and if somebody get hold of that, they have to break the encryption. So even like I said, they have the device, and they said they'll put the certain encryption on the government device. Most likely, probably nobody don't trust that to use it, But yeah. So we're gonna go to something else. Another precept in Psalms. There's always communication going down between different officials within government, and most people prefer to use their persons. But most of that information you transfer on the different devices, that stuff could be used against you if it's not, if it's not encrypted. They can just go and pull it up. You said this. You got different encryption ability, but that's a whole nother story. I'm not a software, computer guy, but I'm just telling you from what I would know from seeing. Well, this is Psalm chapter 64, and it says here in verse 6, it says, "They search out iniquities, they accomplish a dissolute search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep." And that's dealing with the Edomites. Okay, so don't think that they don't know how to be covert, to do things in secret, to be sly and crafty. All right, they are accusers. They are the ops, as you would say, the opposition, because they are the Edomites. They are the enemies of Jacob, which Jacob is Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, and the Israelite foreigners that are likened to the speckled bird, being variegated in different appearances, but lineage going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So this is Psalm chapter 64 and 8. "So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away." And they're being basically revealed, the wicked. Yeah, the wicked are being revealed, pardon me. And we're seeing it every day. So, I'm loving seeing this confusion.
Do you know what Stuart Knight did when he was in charge at the time of the Secret Service? You know what he did afterwards?
He remained on duty.
He resigned. And Stuart Knight was not a Democratic appointee or a Republican appointee. Look, I'm not questioning your judgment. I just don't think this is partisan. If you have an assassination attempt on a president, a former president, or a candidate, you need to resign. That's what Stuart Knight did. He was a Republican appointee, and he took responsibility. And I think you need to reflect. This is not a question of you, it's a question of the American people. You cannot go leading a Secret Service agency when there is an assassination attempt on a presidential candidate. I would say that about anyone who is running. And so I guess my question to you is, what's the difference between your position and what Stuart Knight did?
What I will tell you, sir, is that I am dedicated to finding the answers to what happened. And like every Secret Service agent, we don't shirk from our responsibilities. I will remain on and be responsible to the agency, to this committee, to the former president, and to the American public.
But is there a reason you wouldn't just do what Stuart Knight did after the Reagan assassination attempt?
I believe that I've provided an answer.
There's nothing more that you have to say? I mean, do you really believe at this moment, given how divided the country is and the questions asked, that your service...
You hear how they actually telling you how divided the country is, so you don't have to hear from us. Which you should listen to the word.
In this role is the best for the nation? I mean, I'm not saying you can't do public service again, you can't do something else again. Do you really genuinely in your heart believe that you being in this role is what's right for America at this moment?
Why would I have somebody that got shot in the ear, that's would be in one of the highest positions, period, right? The emperor of Babylon, the Great America, right? Commander-in-Chief, former. Yeah. What's on the app? So let me see. You have a assassination attempt. The former president was shot in the ear. Wow.
Vector that would be considered there, that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on a sloped roof.
Think you're an operator? Think you got what it takes to get on top of this slightly sloped roof? Well, we've got opportunity for you. The Secret Service is recruiting operators for its new sloped roof division. For too long, bad guys have been getting away due to the Secret Service's inability to get...
Well, I don't know. They showing them they can do some stuff, but Look at this. Pathetic. Don't even know how to put your gun in your freaking holster. Pathetic. That's it. Shalom to the elect.